Welcome to the Salmon Runs YouTube. Enjoy the video.
You will start by targeting the app root where IIS or your project serves files. Open the site folder or the Visual Studio Solution directory. Make sure hidden items and extensions are visible so Web.config isn't hidden. Once done, use the File Manager search limited to the root and immediate subfolders. Look for Web.config and any environment-specific copies like Web.release.config. This narrows down whether the file is in the deployed site, the project, or created during build transforms. You now need to inspect the file so you understand what affects runtime. Open Web.config in an editor that shows XML structure. This helps you find sections like system, web server, connection strings, and custom handlers. Make sure to compare any web, release, config, or web, debug. Config transforms that might alter values during publish, and if behavior persists server-side, check machine. Config for higher-level overrides. By comparing these files, you'll see which settings are active and why certain routes, handlers, or modules make edits only after creating a timestamped backup so you can revert quickly. Use the editor to change values, then save and deploy the edited Web.config to the application root. After deployment, recycle the IIS app pool or restart the site so changes take effect. If the site fails, inspect IIS logs and the browser's HTTP error, a 519 usually indicates malformed XML or duplicate sections. If that happens, restore the backup, validate XML, and reapply changes carefully.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if we helped you.